Hey everyone, welcome back to another video. I hope you are doing well. Today I'm just going to be getting ready with some new-ish makeup that I purchased mainly from the Sephora sale back in November. I also wanted to do some reflection on how my new job is going. I am finishing up my first year as a coach for teachers, and some of you have asked me how it's going, and I figured this would be a great time to talk about it and, I don't know, just have some vulnerable moments with you all, and maybe someone's going through something similar. So if that sounds good, keep watching this video and consider joining this community because I'd love to have you back. All right, let's get started. So how are you? I am doing great. I really tried to prioritize my sleep last night. I didn't get to bed at 9:45 the way I wanted to, but I was asleep probably by 10:30, 10:15 I was in the bed. And that was good. I was able to get up around 4:30, which is my goal, but I was still a bit tired. I did try taking a magnesium supplement, and I think it may have helped, but I'm not sure. So I'll keep y'all posted on that. And if you do take magnesium to help you with your sleep, please let me know, because I'm really trying to optimize my sleep, because I know that is the key to a long life. So let me know. If you're new here, my name is Kara, and I have been a teacher for 20 years, and this is my first year as a coach, and I'm coaching first, second, and third year teachers. I've been here on YouTube for like 5 years now, which is crazy, mainly focusing on beauty, but talking about a lot of life stuff in between. And now I am really focused on just wanting to continue to foster this community, because it became so much more than just talking about new makeup and products and beauty, but really just how are we evolving together? Many of us have had a lot of life changes, and how can we navigate through all of these changes together? Many of us are really discovering ourselves for the first time, and I feel like that's what's happening with me currently. So I really like talking about this type of stuff as well. So hopefully you like that and you come back. All right. Let's go ahead and get started on the makeup, because I do have to go to work. I'm going to an equity training this morning, and then I will be going to my school. These are my base products that I like to use: the Natasha sunscreen and the Hourglass Illusion primer, and I like to mix them. Wrapping up this first year, I realized that even though I really enjoy some of the new features of my job, which is being able to use the bathroom whenever I want, which is, 20 years of not being able to use the bathroom when you want. That really does something to you, okay? Also, kind of scheduling things, scheduling my planning time, scheduling my lunch time. All those things have been great, but also a challenge at the same time. I'm so used to having a very, very structured day with no ability to do anything outside of that structure. And oftentimes I still do, but I would work through my lunch, scrambling around, trying to make copies, sometimes having lunches with the students, things like that. And my grades that I taught were first, second, and fourth. And yeah, I've taught at a total of 4 different schools over this time, and I had some very challenging and very rewarding moments. And I think the best part has been the relationships that I have been able to build with the students, which is a lot different now, because I do work with students, but it's not like having your own class. But I am surprised that I was able to create and foster some really great relationships with kids this year, even though I'm not a classroom teacher anymore. Now, the school where I work has a large caseload of new teachers, and I think we will have another large caseload of new teachers next year. It is not an easy profession. I think wherever you are, it's tough, and the demands on teachers continue to increase every single year. It's always something new put on teachers, and I know that is a huge challenge of the profession, and teachers' hands are always tied with curriculum, testing, data, providing results. It really is like a business, but at the same time, we're supposed to foster relationships and do a lot of other things to focus on the whole child. It is a huge challenge. And I wanted to become a coach because I wanted to be an asset, because I have had a lot of experiences, different experiences, and I am someone who did not go to school for education. I went to school for psychology, which obviously can be used in pretty much any field. But what I realized is that I always felt less than. I always felt like I wasn't a good teacher because I didn't go to school for it. And that, to this day, even 20 years in, I still felt like that, to the point where it stopped me from applying to be a coach or to be anything other than a classroom teacher. And so becoming a coach and actually being in charge of helping teachers be the best that they can be, it was exciting, and it was also very scary. I realized, looking at this year in review, I realized that I had been struggling with imposter syndrome. And I'm not, an expert on it or anything like that, but I do know that I have it. And as I was thinking about it this morning and what I wanted to talk about, I realized that I've always had imposter syndrome. Always. I can even think of instances as a child, wanting to get straight A's or not feeling great about accomplishments or not feeling like I really deserve them. And there was nothing that I can think of or pinpoint that would have caused me to be like that. I mean, I do have a lot of anxiety, and it can be linked to that. But in short, for those who don't know what imposter syndrome is or imposterism, and it's not really a new term at all, it's just something that I'm realizing that I have. It's like you feel like a fraud. You feel like an imposter. You feel like at any minute you're going to be found out that you're not competent in whatever it is that you're doing. When I was Teacher of the Year last year, I didn't even share it with you guys at first because I didn't even feel comfortable saying it. I almost felt like they just chose me because I've been at the school longer than a lot of people, and it was just my turn. I really still feel like that. I do. And it shows up in a way that makes me second guess myself. It makes me procrastinate. I realize that that's the reason that I have an issue with procrastination. And I think the main way that this has showed up in my life is I get in my own way and I self-sabotage things that could be successful and find myself doing other tasks that really don't matter at the moment. Like, that's not ADHD, it's total avoidance. Now that I realize that that's what's going on, I am going to do what I can to combat it. So I have been doing some research. And again, I'm not an expert on this at all, but I think a huge part of, I think the main part of solving a problem is obviously knowing that you have it. And I need to really start, and I'm saying this for anyone else that's dealing with this in any aspect of their life, I need to start realizing that I belong where I am. How long I'm going to be a coach, I don't know. Would I go back into the classroom? Not at this time. It's given me a huge work-life balance, especially when it comes to August and Marky, and also realizing that my house, the state of my house, is in chaos and shambles. And it's something that I knew, but I haven't been able to really focus on. I feel like when I was teaching, either work would be going good, home life would be going bad, or vice versa. Home would be going good, something would slack off at work. So I am coming to a better state with that type of balance. But maybe when the boys get older or something like that, maybe, I'm not really sure. Because there are things that I miss about being in the classroom. But there are things that I really am liking about this job as well. And I also feel like, there was a time this year where I'm like, maybe I should just go back into the classroom. Because even though I knew it would stress me out, I was comfortable with that stress. It's familiar. Because even bad situations, if it's comfortable, it's familiar, you can find comfort in the chaos, which, I don't necessarily think is always a good thing. But then I was like, Carrie, you haven't even given it a chance. Like, it's your first year. And I was talking to one of my colleagues and they were like really relating to what I was saying, but I was afraid to speak about it. And one of the things is when someone has imposter syndrome, one of the best things that we can do is have a conversation about it. So I don't necessarily feel like this is going to be a video that's offering exact solutions at this time, but I'm hoping that some of you all can connect with how I'm feeling, whether it's work related or personal situations, because I now look and know that I've felt like that as a mom, I felt like that as a teacher, I felt like that as a friend, I've felt like that about my grades. It's pretty much everything. I think that when someone feels like that, it hinders them from really sharing what could be great ideas. Sometimes I do feel like I have a lot to say, but then I'm just like, it doesn't really matter. And that's not true, because that's not what I would tell somebody else. I would be like, no, you need to share this idea. You need to say it because it's gonna speak to someone or resonate with someone. The other day, my supervisor sent me a couple of comments that new teachers said about me on the survey. And I'm just like, okay, like, you know what I mean? And at the same time, I was like, wow, like, I can't believe someone said that about me. But then I was just like, I don't know. I really feel overall that I could have done a better job. And I know that that is a normal feeling when you start something new, right? But when you're actually in the moment, like I can look back and reflect on that and say that, but when you're in the moment and you're feeling like that, it really doesn't feel good. It makes me just want to hide. I need to keep going with this makeup, y'all. One of the things that I realized is that I felt like I didn't belong. That wasn't a conscious thought, but the reason that I'm saying that is because my desk at work, because all I have is a desk. I don't have a room, and I share an office with 5 or 6 other people on the resource team. My desk at work looks like anyone could sit there. It doesn't look like my desk. It doesn't have any personality, which has never been the case with me as a teacher. My desk was always something that I would, you know, have my little things on, my markers. I mean, I didn't even own a stapler. My coworker will always joke with me, like, you don't even have a stapler. I'm like, I know, like no scissors, nothing. And I got rid of a lot of my own materials and gave them away to new teachers when I came out of the classroom. And some stuff, I don't even know where it is. Some stuff that I kept went to my mom's house, and then there's a bunch of stuff still in my trunk. It's been in there since last summer, which is embarrassing, but not really, because that's just how I roll sometimes. So there's no embarrassment here on this channel. Have no problem telling y'all what it is. This is the Huda Beauty Concealer Color Corrector. I do this all the time. You've probably seen it in another video if you've been here. I'm just gonna take the Costa setting spray and we'll continue the conversation. I decided that even though it's the end of the school year, I was going to personalize my desk. I don't care. I just feel like every passing moment is a chance to turn it all around. And I don't need to wait until August to do that. Like, for what? August isn't even promised. I got some things from Amazon to customize my desk. I still can't find my, well, I haven't looked for my desk nameplate that I had. It looks like a pencil and it has my name on it. A coworker got it made for me some years back. I want to try to find that. If not, maybe over the summer I'll get a new one. I got a little cute desk skirt, and the transformation was so great. Everybody came in, they were like, oh my gosh, this is so nice. And then somebody came in and asked for tape. I'm like, I have tape. I have a whole tape dispenser. So it really made me feel like every time I walked in the office yesterday, I was like, that's my desk. I belong there and it's mine. And I've waited until almost the end of the school year to feel like that, all because I felt like, should I even be in this role? And that's sad, because I'm not saying I wasted time, because now I'm able to share this, but I'm not gonna go on like that anymore. So it's a huge learning moment for me. My school also needs help in the area of morale, and that's not really my job, but I have decided that I really want to take that on next year. But I want to start this year, and what I did was I ordered a bunch of like pony beads, because I want to start making some bracelets, like to have some school flair and things like that. Teaching was so fun, even though it was hard. I always like to have a good time, and I always wanted the kids to feel that, you know. When I am outside at arrival duty, I realize that children are so excited to come to school still. And for some, it's the most stable place that they have. And that energy like should be radiating off of teachers and everyone that these children come in contact with, you know? And I was just thinking something to really help build the community in the school. So I have been like researching all these fun activities for staff, scavenger hunts, things like that, because we do a lot of that for the kids, but we need to do that for each other. You know, there needs to be something that the staff members love when they come in, and just building that camaraderie. I'm really, really excited about some of the ideas that I have, and I didn't create them, but they're just ideas that I found that I think will work really well at the school. And it could encompass not only my caseload of teachers, but all the staff in the school, no matter what year you're in, even though my focus is first, second, and third year. I am going to be using this LYS Beauty Foundation stick just in certain areas of my face where I have a little bit of darkness, and I'm just going to use the same brush. This is TN3. So I'm super excited, and I am feeling better now about being in the role, probably because I feel like I've taken some action, and I don't know, I've just had some time to reflect. So let me know, like, have you had a job change recently or some type of change, or just feelings of self-doubt? I realize like some of the things that I say in my video, like talk to yourself nice, all that kind of stuff. Like I don't always do that. Like I'll say it to someone else, but I won't say it to myself. And that's not right. Like I can't preach that and not practice it for my own self. That guilt, that self-doubt, the confidence. And if you do have those things, how do they manifest themselves? Because again, I really see myself doing a lot of self-sabotage. Even when it comes to my health, sometimes I'll have a great week of eating or whatever, and then I'll do something stupid just to kind of negate it. And I'm like, why did you do that? That makes no sense at all. So trying to keep like that feeling of you belong here, you got this, you can have the things that you want. Trying to keep that in the forefront is challenging sometimes. Did you brush your teeth? Mm-hmm. Oh, great.
I can show you proof.
No, I don't need proof. I want to make sure you took your allergy medicine.
I did.
Okay. Packed your lunch. Water.
Oh my gosh.
Just trying to make sure we're set up for success here. But yeah, y'all, that's really it in a nutshell. The year hasn't been bad at all. It's just been a growth year and a learning year for me. And I'm not mad about it because I now am able to identify like what the problem has been. And now that I've done that, I think I can come up with a solution of how we can get through this. So I'd love to know if you want to hear more about it. But yeah, if you're an educator, because I know there's a bunch of us on here, jump in. Like teaching is so tough. And the attendance at my school hasn't been that great. Like we're taking off a lot. I've taken off, oh my gosh, I've taken off more this year than any other year. Just like from being sick. And I did have a couple things planned, but of course we don't plan to get sick. But y'all, I have like no sick time, none. So any time I take from now on, it's like, oh girl, you just make sure you don't be ordering out because you don't have it. Okay, so blush. Do I want to use Rose Haze or do I want to use, oh my gosh, I've been using this blush every day. I feel like I should use something different, but Denona is a hit, man. Look, the spice latte, maybe I'll use this and Rose Haze. Cause this is just like, I haven't even really felt the need to do bronzer. This is almost the same color as the House Labs one that I bought, but I think the pigmentation on this is way better. And the texture, like they're balmy, but I feel like the House Labs one kind of evaporated into nothing. I don't know if it was just that particular shade. I'll have to really compare. This is just perfect. It's just a little sun-kissed situation, especially if you want to do like no makeup days, stuff like that, because it really doesn't look like you have anything. I forgot to cover up that little area, but that's okay. Now I like to bring it up like almost under the eye just a little bit. I saw Laura Oriano from Melt, because you know I love her. She did a peachy under eye using, I want to say it was the Sandy Cheeks blush way back when. And I used to keep that to use under my eyes as well. But I feel like it just looks really nice. It probably really does depend on your tone, like which shade you would use. I like to even put some under here. All right, this is my About Face primer. And then we're going to just do like a really simple eye look. Oh, I did say I was going to put on some Rose Haze. So let me just see if I'm gonna do that. But yeah, now that I know where my procrastination comes from, I'm hoping I'll be able to catch myself and be like, Kara, you're doing it again. You're doing it. I love this color. This one was only on Sephora. It wasn't on the YSL website. Essentially, I'm just setting the House Labs. You probably can't even see anything, and that's cool. But I love this shade. I'll have to show you when I don't have anything else on. So we need to get into some shadow. I am going to use a new palette. It's not a new release, but it's a new palette for me. And maybe we'll hook it up with some indie goodness. We'll see. But I'm going to start with the Icy Nude palette from Huda Beauty. Y'all, when they said that this glitter shade was like real glitter, like Christmas ornament crumbs left in the bottom of the tote, this one right here, y'all were not lying. I will never. Like, why would she do that? Like, who is doing that? All right. I would like to start with the shade Unapologetic today. That's this one here. I think I'm gonna mix it though with this First Class because I need it to be more transition-y, and we'll see how that mixes together because I just need an all-over flush, and that's what it's giving me. So also in life, we got a couple other things coming up. Marky's graduation. He has an 8th grade dance coming up. August has a promotion ceremony coming up. And then I'm excited about this summer. I've got some trips planned and some concerts. So I'm really just trying to like add things in my life that are sparking joy. And I know that's like probably so corny now, but it really isn't. Like, we have to schedule the joy in because if we don't, life isn't always going to schedule it for us. But they damn sure going to make sure they schedule the other stuff, you know, the not so joyful moments. So I was reading somewhere that those moments are called glimmers. I was calling them sprinkles of joy, but glimmers, yeah, that's what it's called. Let me turn this light down just a little bit because I feel like you can't even see the color. Maybe that's better. I don't know. But yeah, just some glimmers of joy. And I'm just trying to incorporate that in my life because like life is hard. All right, so that's really the base look right there. And I'm going to take a Refer 26 and put Unapologetic and mix it again underneath the lower lash line. And let me know if you're shopping that Refer sale. They said it's their last sale. I wanted to, but I'm like, I don't know. My Refer brushes are in great shape. And I'm like, am I just trying to get stuff to be getting stuff? And I need to really not do that. So I don't think I'm going to shop that sale, but it's definitely a great deal if you would like to try Refer. You know, I think it's an awesome deal. All right, I think we do want to zhuzh this up with some indie goodness. And I have my Cleona Deep Sea Treasures palette here, and I'm wearing a Star Wars shirt. It's you know, this heather blue. Let's see, I'm trying to think. I've used the bins already, I think no, I didn't use it on camera. I did use it, but I haven't finished that video because I'm doing a video about doing like indies with your neutrals, especially if you were an indie lover, but now you love neutrals, but you still love indie in your heart. That's me. So this scuba shade would be really nice, I think. I'm not trying to be too matchy-matchy. I know I don't like matchy-matchy, but I think the scuba shade, just a little bit of this can just take this look to another level, but it's still not doing too much. And that's okay if you do want to do too much, you know? But I'm just trying to find that perfect balance. Oh, that looks so pretty and wet. It doesn't go with the heather blue on my shirt, and that's fine. But I might put another shirt on top. I think I'm going to. I mean, another shade on top, because I think I want to get into the Saltwater Pearl shade on top of this one. Yeah. So that's Saltwater Pearl, and Scuba was this one. So I just want to take a little bit of Saltwater Pearl. Let's see. Just like, oh. This just brightens it a little bit. But I feel like this is a great way to incorporate your indie. know, wow, if you are, you know, enjoying your neutrals as well. Because see, it just gives you like a little something special there. Because the last time I did this type of combination, different shades, I definitely got a compliment on it. They were like, oh, that looks really nice, but it's not something that you would see from far away. Going back into Unapologetic, I don't think I'm gonna make this any smokier. I was thinking about using faux fur, that one, but I don't think I'm gonna do that. I think we're gonna stay where we are and just let the shades speak for themselves. And then I'm gonna take this brush here and go into I Don't Give a and we're gonna just use that for the inner corner. Wink. I'm doing really well with time today. I made my breakfast and everything, my egg bites, got my protein shake ready. So yeah, that's cute. Okay, now the mascara, I decided that I'm making my Grande Lash mascara. I'm gonna make that an empty because this is the second time I've worn it and I'm like, why do I have all these flakes and why didn't I notice this before? It's really making me mad. So I had another mascara I wanted to use. Okay, well, never mind. Oh, Granddad's here.
Granddad's here.
All right, let me get them out and I'll be right back.'re gonna finish this up. All right, they are off to the races and I'm about to be as well. So I'm gonna be using the Tartelette mascara. It's a brown mascara. I really enjoy brown mascara. Let me zoom in to see. Y'all can see the color. All right, 723. Very good. Everybody's off. What else do I have on my plate today? I am going to take the boys to get their hair cut. And then my school has a spring concert at the high school that's like on the same campus as my school. And I think we're going to go to that right after. So it's going to be a longer day, but that's okay. So I really am now like feeling the school spirit and really want to support the school. And I want to be a memorable figure at the school. I'm starting to have the confidence that I can be that. And I'm really passionate about it. Like, I love school, y'all. I have always loved school. I want to create that experience for others, whether they're the teachers, the students, whomever comes into that building. Like, I want people to get a great vibe. I feel like my school just doesn't have a great reputation. And you know what? That goes for every school that I've been a teacher at. So this is not anything new at all. But I want people, when they come in, that they feel it. Like, what? Why were people saying this, you know? And I think that as the years go on, or however long I'm there, because I could be reassigned at any time. I don't think it will be next year, but I want to make sure that I'm an asset and like just really being helpful. I want school to be what it was for me, you know, which was fun. Because I mean, life is too short to not have fun, right? I have my Hourglass palette and I'm always shiny right there. Lastly, we're gonna get into a lipstick. I'm gonna be using my No Music, what is this called? Traced Out in, what's the name of the shade? No Music. We're not getting an album this year. That's what I think it says. Satin Panty. These are good pencils. I am happy for Rihanna though. Y'all know I am. I love her. I love Rihanna. I think I've seen her twice. No, maybe once. I think I've seen her once. What am I talking about? I've only seen her once because the last album was 2016. I didn't see her before then. I saw her for the last album, right? Oh, wait a minute. I'm not sure about this lipstick shade anymore because I feel like, see, because I look, it's just so pretty. Like I was gonna wear this new one from Lunar Beauty, which this is called Milk Tea. And look, it's got a little, hold on. Watch this. Okay. Let's see. I mean, it's nude, but this liner, I want it to be even more nude, but that's okay. Oh, the shade is good though, Milk Tea. I don't know. I mean, it's not bad. I don't know. I think I just don't like the top part of my hair. I know that's totally unrelated, but I think that's the issue that I'm it's just like little things. Like you'd be like, oh, I don't know if I like that. It's just like, it's growing, and sometimes trying to style the front, it just, see, like I don't like how that looks, but I'm gonna have to figure that out off camera. But no, I do love my hair. Like I don't think I'm letting it grow back anytime soon. But I think I need some more, what you call it, like product right here, so it gets a little curlier. But that's gonna be it for this look in this video. Cute. Oh God, not that. See that? That's okay. Y'all get the point of what's happening though. But let's set some up. Whatever's going on in your life. Why doesn't this look blue? Okay, I don't know. Okay, that looks like the color looks weird, but not on my face, but the bed. Okay, whatever's going on in your life, you belong, okay? Not to mention, there are so many other people that feel like imposters. Everybody is out here trying to get it together. We are trying to fake it till we make it. Even the people that you think shouldn't feel that way. I know that Maya Angelou felt that way. I want to say, was it Thomas Edison? I know Maya Angelou for sure. And I'm like, Maya, how? Still I rise, how? But she did. And that's comforting in a way, because like I said, we're all out here just trying to get it together. And well, and that's the thing. We're not all out here trying to get it together, but we are looking like we have it all together and we really don't. So I'm here to say, I don't have it all together. And guess what? That is okay. I think that's the point of life. We're going to continue to grow and change. And if you're not doing that, what is the point? Because just know that when you arrive, you're going to find something else that you want to do. The person that you are right now is probably more than likely the person that you wanted to be at one point. And then we find another thing that we want to do, another goal to achieve. And it's okay to not have it together. It's okay to not know everything. That doesn't mean you're an imposter. It means you're just learning, and there is nothing wrong with that. So that is it. Again, this is not any type of professional advice. This is me just sharing what I'm going through and really hoping that it resonates with someone, because at first I was just like, well, what's the point of even putting this out? Because everybody knows about imposter syndrome. I had heard of it, but I really didn't know like what that really meant and how it's showing up in my life. So I'm hoping that this will help someone and put someone else's mind at ease, and just know that you got this. You might not feel like you got this, but every day you wake up and you get another chance to do this, like it's all for a reason. So that is it. Drop your comments or thoughts down below so we can keep talking about it. This has really helped me sharing this, and so again, I hope it helps someone else. Thank you so much for taking out some of your time and hanging out with me for another one today. I hope this is therapy for you. It always is for me. And until I see you again, make sure you are being gentle with yourself. Talk to yourself nice. Stay safe. You are not an imposter, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.